And I want to go over what happened yesterday. Dr. McCullough from the Wellness Company, and he testified thousands of patients had vaccine injuries. Thousands had vaccine injuries. 1,065 peer-reviewed papers to date and counting on the injuries. 1,065, and they knew about it, said Dr. McCullough, August 2021. The first paper came out. They began to understand what the problem was. He said it was never safe enough for him to take the vaccine. He joins me now. Doctor, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here.
I mean, this is remarkable. You testified in front of the Senate yesterday here on Capitol Hill. I'm in Washington with you, and you pointed out some important things. August 2021. You first start to see real evidence of myocarditis. You are a cardiologist. You understand this better than anybody. The New England Journal of Medicine cited a 42-year-old man that came in with vaccine myocarditis, not any other cause. Vaccine myocarditis is what you testified to yesterday. 3 days later, he died. He could not be saved in one of the nation's premier hospitals. Teenagers were dying. Pfizer, Moderna, all linked to this myocarditis, this inflammation of the heart that was irreversible. I think, as you put it, the heart was scorched. The inflammation was so bad. The question is simple, doctor. If we knew this in August of 2021, and the effort to continue to vaccinate people, especially young men that were incredibly vulnerable to this, was going to continue, was it a cover-up? That's the simple question. Was it a cover-up by the United States government, by the pharmaceutical companies that were pushing these vaccines? Who's involved?
Steve, congratulations, Senator Ron Johnson, for being relentless in his pursuit of justice here through FOIA and other mechanisms. He found out that the deception by our federal health agencies, public health agencies, started back in January of 2021. Early in the spring, the U.S. was communicating with the Israeli Health Ministry. They had already had 62 cases and 2 deaths. And then I testified that when in the summer of 2021, when the fatal cases, autopsy proven, were published in major journals, our government agencies never updated the warnings or the communications out to the public at large or physicians. And so because of that, countless lives were lost due to COVID vaccine myocarditis.
Let me ask you about this, because I want to go a little inside baseball here with you. Doctors across this country, probably around the world, they have a computer on their desk. They get brand new information every day about emerging diseases and things that are happening everywhere, right? This is how it works. They get all sorts of information. My doctor is the same. I was very skeptical about the vaccines, but I called my doctor, family doctor for years, a conservative fella. He says, I think that they're perfectly fine and safe. I called other doctors. I asked about half a dozen different doctors in Michigan where I live. What do you think? Is it safe? Yeah, it should be fine. That's because that was the information being fed into their computers. They were only as good as the information they were getting. So my question then becomes, who was feeding the local doc at the local level, at the local, at the local hospital, at the local health clinic? Who was feeding those folks the information? Because they were telling us at the consumer level, hey, it's fine. They're reading all about it every day. They too were being misled, weren't they?
They were getting fed through the public health agencies. They had a coordinated educational message, and then it flowed through the doctor communication services like MedPage Today, theheart.org, all of these other physician email services. They essentially became vaccine promotional units. They to this day, they don't mention that there's any harms to the vaccines. And here we are deep into this. This hearing, Steve, was explosive. There were sharp exchanges, and I can tell you, it got to the point of just a visual farce when Minority Senator Blumenthal and Maggie Hassan had big poster boards put behind them in capital letters saying vaccines save lives. And I question, what pharmaceutical company gave them the posters to do this?
Right.
We were talking about risks and benefits.
What you've done, Doctor. What you did yesterday in front of the United States Senate, you issued an indictment for the entire vaccination program. And I say that for this question. Was it criminal?
from what we can tell at this point in time, multiple staffers, and they're all outlined in Senator Johnson's 54-page summary, 217 references, also great work done by the Daily Clout, Naomi Wolf and her scientific team. All the people involved, dozens and dozens of them involved, committed at least one crime, Steve, and that's fraud.
Period. Fraud. It was a fraud perpetrated not just on Americans, but on people globally. As these pharmaceutical companies cashed in, I don't know how much money was flowing back to politicians by way of lobbyists. It's all suspect to me. I'll give you the last word.
Well, I think America heard the truth. In the U.S. Senate, this Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation, my sworn testimonies under oath. Go on social media and you listen to what I said and the other experts said under oath and see what you believe.
1,065 peer-reviewed papers, thousands of patients falling sick or dying, sadly. By the way, Dr. Peter McCullough is also a member of the Wellness Company. If you'd like good advice on health, twc.health/Gruber. You'll save money on great items there, a variety of ways to keep yourself healthy, and always great information from Dr. Peter McCullough. Sir, thank you as always.